This is a clip from Man Meat. Check the description for the full episode.
I love my friend getting really hyped about Ouya back when it was coming out, and they're like, dude, it's like you're going to be able to play Android phones on your TV. And then he got it, and he's like, dude, this sucks. You're just able to play Android phones on your TV.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you wanted.
It's doing exactly what it was advertised.
The Ouya lady is one of the most fucking insane people ever. I don't know. She gives me the weirdest vibes.
The Breaking Bad Walter White Ouya controller. We should think of this. This is epic.
One of the best things to ever happen to gaming was when she was at an interview and they were interviewing her about like, okay, well, you talk a lot about the hardware, but what about like, do you have killer apps? Do you have games that you like? Looked off screen and was like, Bomberman, was that one of the games? Yeah, rules. Bomberman. I love Bomberman. I honestly can't believe how big the Ouya was.
I don't either, because it's like Brendan said, it's Android things on your TV. Here it is.
Oh, it's Android things on my TV.
People like the idea because that was like what 2013, and everybody really wanted to believe in it. But once it came out and everybody saw it, was like, oh,
I never saw a single game for it that I remember. So even the selling point's like, oh, it'll be like $100 and then I'll do all this. It's like, well,
was it $100? Was it supposed to be $100?
It was supposed to be affordable. I don't remember if it was $100, but it was definitely more affordable than others.
I remember it felt insanely cheap.
I remember hearing like, oh, it's cheap and it's gonna play phone games on your TV.
It was $100. I can get a new one right now. Holy.
I am still thinking about how that friend went from like Ouya apologist for a little bit to like Elon Musk apologist to like living with me and then moving out because of I wake up so many memories.
Oh no.
So this friend, I'm not gonna just like say his name, but like so he was super like into Musk, and we were like, oh hey, let's get an apartment together. So it was me, Shelby, James, and this friend of ours. It was a friend of mine and James's from high school. And
just call him Kyle.
Yeah, we'll call him Kyle. Kyle was like living with us, and Kyle was the kind of friend who like me and James would talk to him for a while. We'd be like besties, and then he'd get a girlfriend and then disappear. Right?
Oh, that guy. I know that guy. Okay. You told me about this guy. Okay.
So he lived with us for about 6 months in our apartment, and he did a couple of funny things. One, he would vape constantly, but it wasn't like a vape that you'd buy at a store. It was a vape that his brother had built and made, like welded together. So sometimes it would just catch on fire and start smoking. So he'd take it and he'd put it in the sink and douse it in water, take the batteries out, and then let it dry and start using it again. One time I told him, dude, you should vape Mio. Like the little, like, the water enhancement. No. He vaped Mio for like 3 days straight before he was like, yeah, this is hurting my lungs really bad. I need to stop.
What the fuck?
Oh my God. No fucking shit, dumbass. What?
Why is he vaping flavored water?
Well, because I told him to, and I'm kind of... Let me be honest. It's kind of my fault because I told him it'd be funny, and then he just kept doing it, and I kept going, yeah, vape it, Mio, yeah.
That adds a lot more to the story.
So you're the bad influence.
It is kind of my fault. So eventually he had to move out because his girlfriend his new girlfriend half moved in with us. And his new girlfriend half moved in with us, and he would be playing Terraria with her, and they'd both be at his desk in the living room, and she would just start beating the fuck out of him.
What the fuck?
And it was like I was like at home working on like a video or something, and then she just starts screaming and starts hitting him with her laptop. To my knowledge, they're still like together. Like I haven't talked to him in years, but like insane moment. And after that moment, that's when they moved out. And I still don't know if my wife like talked to them and said, hey, you need to get out, or if his girlfriend just hated me that much, because she hated me.
Oh my God.
Normal. This is such normal fucking behavior, dude.
I also think often about how his dad is like the richest man in town, and then his mom is a very, very wealthy psychologist. And I would think often about how his mom would straight up just tell him and his brothers like stories about patients that she wasn't supposed to. And then he'd be like, dude, I'm so middle class. This freaking world sucks. Like, I'm so middle middle class and everybody is like against my family. We're losing out on so much money. And his dad lived on a mansion on top of the highest hill in town with 2 indoor pools and an observatory and a custom theater.
Pools?
An observatory.
I would go over to his dad's house and his dad would talk about his table, and it's like, yeah, this table cost about $100,000. It was a custom job from this great oak tree that they like tore down.
What
and then he'd turn
fuck?
around and be like, man, my mom's really struggling. It's really middle class. Like, they live separately, the mom and the dad did, but his mom also owned a block away from his dad, owned an incredibly fancy house and like made a ton of money as a psychologist.
Oh my God.
Like, I unlocked so many memories just thinking about him, like how his mom was way into EVE Online, and then all of him and his brothers were really into EVE Online and would
EVE
constantly try to get
Online.
me into it. Like, dude, you got to join our corporation. You got to join it. We're going to be like running through the galaxy, dude.
I did not expect you to say EVE Online. I thought it was gonna be like Guild Wars or some fucking shit.
Way into EVE Online, and like to the point
That's
where like
so
they
funny,
would have
dude.
family gaming sessions where Kyle and his like 4 brothers would all like gather around with the mom and they'd play in the kitchen EVE Online. So I'd go over, and I was friends with him in like high school, so I'd go over when I was in
throw up
college.
if I saw that.
And I just EVE Online at the table, everybody on like Alienware gaming laptops.
If I saw a family sitting around playing EVE Online, I think I'd have to like leave before I fainted. I just can't understand that.
Don't you fucking play EVE Online?
I haven't played EVE in a few years, but it's just the culture of EVE is so like fucking hostile.
Offensive to the senses.
The fact the entire family is playing it.
It's weird.
It's like
I
if
hate
you walked
to-
into a family living room and the entire family was playing like League. It's like
They're all
I don't
playing like
know
ASCII,
what's going on
ASCII
here.
Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah.
I just remembered one of my exes did that, but with Overwatch with his family. They would have Overwatch family night.
I would get Overwatch more than EVE.
I get Overwatch though, but
Yeah.
I remember being weirded out because while we were playing Overwatch, he would be like, "The fucking healer's a useless piece of shit," and I was like, "Dude, I'm the healer." or sometimes like his dad would say something about his brother, like, "You're fucking shit at this game," and I was like, "Man, what the fuck
my
is
God.
I
this?"
just unlocked the fucking nastiest fucking memory about this
no.
dude.
Oh,
Okay.
let's go.
Oh, okay.
I have to
Okay.
regale you with the tale
Yes,
of Kyle
yes.
and Greg. So Kyle's like, hey, I made this friend at college. Because I was going into college. We went to the same community college. I was just getting in. He's like, hey, I met this guy. We got to go out to his house out in like bumfuck Nebraska and like hang out with him and drink with him. And I'm like, okay, dude, awesome. So I get in the car and it's me and Kyle and we drive to this guy Greg's house, and it's in the middle of Nebraska. They don't have internet. They keep talking, like when I get there, they're literally talking about how they have to use like a Verizon data thingy to like get internet in their home.
Oh my God.
So it's me, Kyle, Greg's girlfriend, who ends up becoming Kyle's girlfriend later, partially due to this
Oh,
incident.
no.
And then
Oh boy.
No.
Kyle's girlfriend's friend, I think her name was like Allison or Allie or something. And so we're at this house and we're drinking, we're just hanging out and chilling. And then Greg busts out this medallion with a big G. Greg looks at me and he said, have you heard of the Gamer Collective?
What the
No,
fuck?
no.
Shit. No shit. He opens up his laptop and he starts showing me that he helps produce music for all of these video game rappers. This
No,
is like
no, no.
2013, 2014.
is
I
the
swear to
Gamer
God, it's like
Collective?
called the Gamer Collective. And he puts on some music, and one of the songs is called like Man Meat, and I can't find it, but I remember it goes like Man Meat. I'm hungry for some Man Meat. It's salty on my tongue. And he's like playing this, and he puts it on a loop. They bust out the Everclear, and he's like telling me about how the Gamer Collective, like they're trying to get the ICP involved. It's like all of these different like video game rappers who are like around the area, like within like the 100-mile area of like Nebraska and Iowa, how they're gonna like get like local concerts.
ICP is a logical first step.
So like he just shows me a billion video game raps that I cannot remember. None of these guys.
I can't find anything about the
See,
Gamer Collective.
it's either like it was the Gamer something. I remember it in my head as the Gamer Collective. All I remember for sure is that there was this song called
Alliance.
Man
I'm
Meat.
gonna try Alliance. The Gamer Alliance.
Cabal.
Something it was
Gamer Cabal.
it was something, and he's like going off about this, like talking about all these different like rappers like doing Call of Duty raps. Like this guy raps about like boom, lock it down and shoot it, Call of Duty, I'm gonna do it. Like it's It like, and it was like blowing my mind, showing me all of these Gamer Collective videos that he like helps produce. And he's like, yeah, I'm doing like a bunch of local DJ sets, and I'm always putting like, I put Man Meat on at this wedding the other day, and everybody loved it.
Man Meat. Oh my
Man
god!
Meat on, and they loved it.
They loved Man Meat. And then the most awkward encounter of the night happened while everybody was drunk, which, by the way, we were drinking straight Everclear and Grenadine because that was Kyle's favorite drink.
Oh,
Grenadine. Wait, Grenadine and
Grenadine, Everclear, and Sunny D.
Cutting Everclear with Grenadine.
It was
so
Grenadine,
fucking
Everclear,
foul.
and Sunny D. I can't remember what he called it, but it was something like named after GoldenEye because he really fucking loved GoldenEye.
Odd job.
I think it was. It was called The Odd Job.
Probably was.
That's actually
And
not a bad name if you want to pull
like,
from
that's a good name to
GoldenEye.
be fair, but Jesus.
Imagine like out of state farm people, because this is like Greg's girlfriend's house, and like her brother's
Yeah.
upstairs smoking something dubious, and I'm downstairs like talking about the Gamer Collective and drinking. Allie just started like getting really drunk, and she kept like walking up to me trying to like grind on me, and I'd walk away. It was a very, very awkward encounter to end the night on, where every single time I would walk away, she would keep following me and then keep trying to grind on me. Like,
What the fuck?
And just to say, Man Meat was playing the whole time, and I was just confused as hell, like half drunk, confused, walking away like, hey, don't do that. Hey, don't do that. Hey, leave me alone. Hey, thank you. Don't do that. And I had to just survive
Man
the
meat.
night.
It's salty on the heat. Man meat. She's just following you around.
I'm just so confused and scared. I like go upstairs and start talking to like the brother that's up there, and he's telling me about like, yeah, we used to have cattle around here, but they all died. I think my sister was poisoning them because she fucking hates the farm.
Whoa.
Wow.
And like I'm hearing about like farmer debates while I'm upstairs, like trying to hide away from like the grinding demon.
Who may have been involved in cattle poisoning.
Eventually, like I leave and I escape, and I was just like, I never want to hear Man Meat again. But Kyle kept putting it on my fucking phone, like torturing me with it. Like he would put it on my fucking phone, and I'd just like get a ring. I'd get a call from my mom, and Man Meat would start playing. It was like genuine torture.
Nerdcore Collective. No,
I don't know. I do not remember. All I remember, let me tell you, I remember a song called Man
It could have
Meat.
been something that was like confined to a like Facebook group or something.
because
Yeah.
there's one I found that's called the NPC Collective.
I don't think it'd be called that back then.
But I don't think it would be them because NPC stands for Nerdy People of Color.
No, it's definitely not them.
I'm trying I need to know.
I'm trying
I
to
need
find
to-
the
I
Man Meat.
need
I'm trying to
Man
find the Man
Meat.
Meat song, and it's like I'm like having the hardest time about
Oh,
it.
dude,
I think
I
all
need it.
of these songs from this whole like Gamer Collective, they're all gone. They're all like disappeared into the void. Like, and they were all on Facebook, I remember.
Not gonna lie, when you started like talking about that story, I was kind of waiting for the reveal of Mandy going, "Oh yeah, I edited videos for them, and I tried to sneak in some Eve Online footage."
That happened one time.
Nasty Eve Online things.
I can't believe the Eve family existed. That's so fucking weird. Like if we saw in game like a corporation with a description of like we're a family corporation, we figured that was a joke or a roleplay one. So I was in a not roleplay one, but I was in an Eve group where the CEO was called Dad, and he made us all call him Dad. His name is actually XX Dad XX.
No.
Let's see if he still plays. Wait, he has a SoundCloud. Is he in the Gamer Collective?
No.